So it looks like Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey might be headed toward a war because Mariah is making major moves against Nick. Nick recently welcomed his 12th child, and Mariah decided that enough is enough because she is blocking him from seeing the 2 kids they have together. Obviously, Nick is not having this because he is fighting back at Mariah. I swear this situation is more messy than it looks because neither of them are backing down. And is Mariah really trying to drag Nick to court and get parental rights revoked? Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey have been co-parenting the 2 kids they share for about 9 years now, and compared to other Hollywood couples who co-parent, their situation has been pretty much drama-free until now. Okay, so if you've been following Nick in the past couple of years, it's not hard to figure out why things have changed between him and Mariah. He and Mariah got married in 2008 and they had their twins, Moroccan and Monroe, in 2011. Things quickly went sideways for their marriage and Mariah filed for divorce in 2014. Their divorce was finalized in 2016 and Nick didn't waste time to move on, and move on he did. Following his divorce from Mariah, he has gone on a childbearing spree that has kind of gotten out of hand because he now has a total of 12 children. If that's not crazy, then you should know that 9 out of the 12 kids were conceived in 2020 or later. This means that he has 9 children that are less than 3 years old, and he has 5 other baby mamas apart from Mariah, all living in different states and cities. Yup, that is just chaotic. And honestly, we gotta do a quick rundown of his baby mamas so y'all get the complete picture. First, there was Mariah and their twins. Then we have Brittany Bell, whom he had a kid with about a year after his divorce from Mariah. So we know that he was not exactly sitting around and mourning the loss of his marriage because he wasted no time in moving on and knocking someone else up. They had their first child together in 2017, a boy who they named Golden, and then a daughter in 2020 who they named Powerful Queen. Brittany then gave birth to their son, Rise Messiah, in November 22. If you think these names are weird, child, I have more for you. Nick's next baby mama is Abby De La Rosa, with whom he has another pair of twins named Zion and Zillion. He also has another daughter with Abby, who was born November 11, 2022, who they named Beautiful Zeppelin. Then we have Alyssa Scott, who is the mother of his son Zen, who unfortunately passed away when he was only a couple of months old due to brain cancer. He and Alyssa welcomed a baby girl in December 22 named Halo. He also has a daughter with Bree Tiesi named Legendary Love and a son with Lanisha Cole named Onyx. Whew, yes, that is a lot of kids, but he claims to somehow be a present father to all 12 of his kids.
They get my full attention when I'm not working, and that's the beauty of it. It's like, it kind of keeps me out of trouble. It's like either work or playing with my kids.
But the thing is, people don't buy this. Sure, he does the social media daddy thing where he often posts pictures of his kids on Instagram, but social media is not always reality. I mean, to be a present father, he would have to split himself between 6 households while managing a full-time career in the entertainment industry, and we all know there's no way anybody can achieve that. And like I said before, the kids are not even in the same state. And even he has admitted to feeling stressed with having 12 kids because he's spread thin.
I don't get to spend enough time with all of my children. One, because I'm constantly working, and 2, it's just spread thin.
One of his baby mamas even revealed that she has to go through his assistant to get in touch with him.
Go through the assistant to make sure it's on the calendar if there's something important.
Yeah, that doesn't exactly sound like he's gonna win a Father of the Year anytime soon. In all this, people have been wondering how Mariah feels about Nick giving her kids 10 siblings in less than 6 years. Now, Nick claims that the twins enjoy having all these siblings.
At this point, they enjoy it, and they have fun, and they're the oldest, but who knows where that will go once 16 hits.
He also claimed that Mariah had no issues with him trying to father an entire soccer team.
So when all this starts first happening, right?
Yeah.
Does Mariah call you and be like, what the f are you doing, bro?
Not really. We have that type of conversation, but she's a little bit more understanding. She's kind of be like, I see you out there making waves.
Well, Mariah's side paints a completely different picture. According to sources close to Mariah, she hates that the father of her kids continues to have so many kids with different women, especially when he can't be a present father for all of them. And she literally exposed him for being an absentee dad when she filed for complete custody of their twins. An insider revealed that although Carey and Canon have had an amicable joint custody arrangement since their 2014 divorce, she's going to petition for primary custody. The reality of the situation is that Monroe and Moroccan are usually with Mariah anyway. Nick doesn't see much of them, but she wants to put him on notice that he can't just flit in and out of their lives while he attends to his other children. And she wants legal standing as the twins' primary caregiver. Carey isn't trying to punish Canon, but she feels compelled to do what she feels is best for her children. But Mariah did not stop there, because we know that she is not the type to do things halfway. Insiders claim that Mariah has limited Nick's access to their twins until he gets his act in order. She also feels like the kids deserve better than the half-hearted attempts that Nick has been making, and until he starts making better choices and being intentional about being a present father, she won't let him get close to their kids anymore. People are on her side, and they left comments like, Mariah merely doesn't want to have to include him in decisions she makes for the kids since he's not there. He's spread so thin, it's likely a hassle to legally have to have his say in key decisions. And Mariah isn't wrong. I would do the same thing if I was in this situation and had the money. Nick has too much baggage. None of his children are getting the attention and time that they need from him. Paying child support just isn't enough. But this other person thinks that Mariah is wrong and said he at least needs to get visitation rights if they can't work out the joint custody situation. Children need both of their parents, period. I hate when moms and dads purposely keep the babies away from the other parent. It's just wrong. And people have always wondered why on earth he kept having more kids when he knew that he couldn't be there for them. Well, Nick has admitted that he can be a little irresponsible with the way he has his kids because he never really gives it a lot of thought. He said, I'm going to take full responsibility. Any woman that I know that I have unprotected intimacy with, there's the potential to have a child. So I feel like if I have unprotected intimacy with anyone I know, because one, I value everything about me so much, if I've gotten to the point where I say I can take off this protection, I'm going to say she could be the mother of my child. He continued, every woman that I have a child with, there is definitely a conversation about, wow, how amazing would this be? I feel like every woman I have a child with are amazing mothers, and there was a thought process going into it. Like, man, she would be an amazing mother. She's desired children. I can't wait to see what type of mother she would be. So in saying that, I would say that they're all planned. But there's a conspiracy theory going around that makes things kind of interesting. People believe that the reason Nick keeps having more children when he doesn't have time for them is that he needs them. And I mean that literally, because word on the streets is that he is having those kids to save his life. For those who don't know, Nick has lupus, and he has been hospitalized a couple of times for lupus-related complications like kidney failure. People believe that Nick could be having the kids for their umbilical cord blood because there are studies suggesting that cord blood might be useful in the treatment of lupus. And the cord blood of a direct blood relative would be the best option, or maybe finding a match easily for an organ when he needs it. Whew, but what do you guys think? Is there any truth to this conspiracy theory? And is Mariah being petty by blocking Nick from seeing his kids? Or do you think she's just doing the best for the kids? Let me know in the comments, and if you love this video, then you'll enjoy this next one even more.